OPUS Echo of Starsong Full Bloom Edition. I wasn't sure what this was going in. From the pictures I saw, it looked like a platformer with some puzzle elements. It turned out my initial thoughts on the genre were wrong. This is actually a visual novel with interactable elements. Most of the time you could be reading what's going on, but occasionally you're going to explore like 2D, 3D caves while solving the most extremely light puzzles. The difficulty level is close to, I'd say, toddler range, with the exception of one. I am terrible at puzzles, but this was easy for me. They pretty much give you unlimited tries, so you'll get the right answer eventually. Now before I go on, I do want to disclose this was sent to me by the publisher, which is why I didn't know what I was getting into when I started this. But like always, I want to be upfront that I got this for free. This is actually the third title in the series, and the first time I played any of them. As a newcomer, it was easy enough to understand. You play as June, a person from a clan that was exiled because he said something bad to the leaders. They took away the clan's caves, which had lumen, which they sell. He joins up with two others who have their own ship, named Etta and Remy. June also has a protector of his own, named Kay. Together, the four of them team up for an adventure and riches. Each of the characters have their own arcs in the story, some less than others. The story really is about June and Etta, which plays out like a love story, which one of them didn't know they were in. It was strange because it felt like one of them was obsessed with the other person, and the other one really wanted to friend zone the other one. I think, if the other person had romantic feelings for the other, I totally missed it. In your ship, you can travel through space in any direction you want. It's completely open and free to explore. You just need to have enough gas to get to the location you pick. On the way, you might run into a random encounter, which you might be able to run from, or you can take your chance by rolling with a number generator. You can increase your odds with upgrades to your ship and the things you buy. They equip you with a wand, which you could use to sing songs to doors and pipes in order to get around the environments. It makes some of the lumen move through these pipes and open the doors because for some reason this whole thing is based on lumen and the way it moves with the environment. It didn't make a lot of sense, but you're just supposed to roll with it. You can adjust the song's pitch so it fits with the pattern that you see. It was very easy to do. I really loved the story. Sure, the quote-unquote love story was strange, but the rest of it was very engaging. It did feel like two different stories though. One that ends with a major character moment, then it kind of just starts up another story. The second half of this game is way better than the first, because they try new things in the second half. It's not just walking through platforming elements being a space plumber. They have you controlling a ship, changing the environments that you explore. They add timers to your exploration, and they actually have you solve an actual puzzle, which will make you think in order to get to the solution. It was a strange experience when it happened. I'm like, wait, what's happening here? This isn't supposed to actually challenge me. Now this only happened once, and it's easy enough to figure out if you see all the clues. The interesting thing about the caves that you explore is that they look very busy and you're going to get really lost. And it might be hard to find your way around them, but it really wasn't. They're very well designed. They don't simplify it so much that it's obvious where to go, but they give you subtle hints. The game is a Japanese voice cast with English subtitles. I do wish this had an English dub, as I feel it would have made it more emotional for me. I prefer to listen than read. If you finish the game, you'll unlock a behind-the-scenes audio track. There isn't a lot to listen to, but if you're interested in what it took to make this game, it is worth your time. OPUS Echo of Starsong Full Bloom Edition had a great story. I love the open world that you travel through, as it really encourages you to find side missions to finish. I really enjoyed the visual style, and the story isn't so long that you might feel like it goes on too long. Now this is normally $24.99, and for a game that has very little replayability, it does give me some pause to recommend it at that price. But I enjoyed it so much, I'm going to go ahead and say you should buy it. You will love pretty much everything in this title if you love visual novels. Since it only deals with 4 characters really, the character development is really well done. I do wish it was a little bit cheaper, but I can appreciate all the work that went into this, so I say you should definitely buy it now.